Good morning, students. This is Vikas Global Institutions, Jangaredudam. After a long time, we will teach the one more lesson in physics. Before going to that lesson, we completed units and measurements. Some objective problems will done. Today, our topic is vectors. This is the most important topic in physics. Most of the applications in the physics depends upon the vectors. Okay. Vectors. This is the main topic. Simply, the first important point in that one is the measurable quantity is called physical quantity. Physical quantity. The measurable quantity is called physical quantity. Generally, the physical quantity can be described into the three ways. The first one is the scalar, and second one is the vector, and third one is the tensor. Any measurable quantity is called physical quantity. Here, the main topic in the vectors, how to describe the physical quantity. Here, the physical quantity can be described into the three ways. Before that, what is meant by physical quantity? How many types of physical quantities are there? Derived physical quantities and supplementary physical quantities and fundamental physical quantities. In vector lesson, we deals the main important topic is how to bifurcate the physical quantity. Here, the physical quantity can be described into the three ways. The first one is the scalar, and the second one is the vector, and third one is the tensor. Yeah. The first is scalar. What is meant by scalar? The physical quantity which has only magnitude but not associates any direction is called scalar quantity. Once again I will repeat, what is meant by scalar quantity? The physical quantity which has only magnitude but not associates any direction is called scalar quantity. Here, the physical quantity which has only magnitude but not associates any direction. Simply, an example. For suppose force capital F equal to 30 newtons. 30 is the magnitude, Newton is the unit. It doesn't have any proper direction. That's why this is the magnitude and this is a unit. Generally, so many scalar quantities are there. Generally, they are represented with the numerics. Examples for the scalar quantities: mass, distance, speed, work, energy, flux, etc. These are the examples for scalar quantity. Once again I repeat the definition. What is meant by scalar quantity? Generally, physical quantity can be described into the three ways. The first one is the scalar, and second one is the vector, and third one is the tensor. Here, what is meant by scalar? The physical quantity which has only magnitude but not associates any direction. Is called scalar quantity. Example, the force F equal to 30 newtons. the T is the magnitude, N is the Newton, is the unit. Example, mass, distance, speed, work, energy, flux, etc. The second one is the vector quantity. Vector. What is meant by vector quantity? What is meant by vector quantity? The physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction and associates law of vector addition. It's very most important thing. Listen carefully. What is the exact definition of the vector? Generally, the ordinary definition of vector is the physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction. But what is the exact definition? The exact definition of the vector is the physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction and associates law of vector addition. What is meant by law of vector addition? The four laws are there. One is the commutative law, second one is the associative law, third one is the distributive law, and the fourth one is the basis on the vector addition. These four laws are satisfied, definitely it gives a vector. Here we observe clearly the physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction. జనరల్గా మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ డైరెక్షన్ ఉన్నంత మాత్రానే వెక్టార్ కాదు. మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ డైరెక్షన్ ఉంటే ఉన్న అన్ని ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీస్ని వెక్టార్గా ట్రీట్ చేయం. దట్ ఫిజికల్ క్వాంటిటీ అసోసియేట్స్ లా ఆఫ్ వెక్టార్ అడిషన్. Associates law of vector addition. This is the definition of the vector quantity. The physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction and associates law of vector addition is called a vector. A small explanation with one example. Velocity of aeroplane is 200 kmph northeast. 200 kmph northeast. Here 200 is the magnitude, kmph is the unit, northeast is the direction. Understood, students? Do you understand? Yeah, this is the example. What is meant by vector? The physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction and associates law of vector addition. Yeah, the vector addition laws are there: distributive law, commutative law, and associative law. And it is explained with the example, with the help of example. Velocity of the aeroplane is 200 km/h northeast. Northeast represents the direction here. Here 200 is the magnitude and km/h is the unit and northeast is the direction. Generally the vector is represents like this. What is the main difference between vector and scalar? Here in the case of scalar there is no direction mentioned, that's why in the definition but not associates any direction. Here in the vector it associates direction and law of vector addition, therefore that physical quantity is treated as a vector quantity. Here it associates, the first law is commutative law. Commutative law, A plus B equal to B plus A. Second one is the associative law. Associative law, A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. Third one is the distributive law. Distributive law, K into A plus B equal to Ka plus Kb. These are the three laws. If the physical quantity satisfies these three laws, definitely it is a vector quantity. Definitely it is a vector quantity. Here how to mention the vector. Let us consider a line segment with arrow. Here this is the length of the arrow. Length of arrow represents magnitude. The length of the arrow represents magnitude. Arrowhead represents direction. It is represents with an English letter A with a small bar. Here law of vector addition, that is a bar plus b bar, b bar plus a bar, a bar plus b bar plus c bar, a bar plus b bar plus c bar. K is the constant, it is the distributive law. A bar plus k into a bar plus b bar equal to k a bar plus kb bar. This is the representation of vector. Generally any vector can be represented like bar, a bar or b bar or c bar or d bar, etc. These are the representation of vectors. What are the examples here? Simply we can, the examples of vector quantity: displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, torque, etc. These are the examples of vector quantity. Simply, how to represent the vector? Orthogonal vectors. What is meant by orthogonal vectors? Simply, let us consider a three-dimensional coordinate system like this. This is positive x-axis, this is positive y-axis, this is positive z-axis. The vector which lies along the x-axis represents with I cap, the vector which lies along the y-axis with j cap, the vector which lies along the z-axis with k cap. Here I cap comma j cap comma k cap are the orthogonal vectors. Here I cap comma j cap comma k cap are the orthogonal vectors. Generally the vectors represents with I, j, k. If the vector in two-dimensional manner, I and j. If the vector in two-dimensional manner, j and k. If the vector in two-dimensional manner, k and I. If the vector which lies in xy plane represents with I and j. If the vector lies in yz plane, j and k. The vector lies in zx plane, k and I. It is in three-dimensional manner, I, j, k. Generally I, j, k are represents as orthogonal vectors, right? How to represent the directions in vector? Let us consider the two-dimensional coordinate system which is interact with the natural directions. This is east, this is west, this is north, this is south. East, west, north, south. Simply in between the two more directions are there like this. Here this is northeast, this is northwest, this is southwest, and this is southeast. Generally a particle motion represents in the coordinate system or in the space with the help of these directions. How to mention a particle position in the coordinate system with the directions is follows like this. For suppose we measure the angle from east to north, it is nothing but north of east. It tells that north of east. We measure the angle from north to this one, east of north. What is that? East of north. Here we measure from west to that direction, north of west. We measure the direction from north to northwest is nothing but west of north. Here measure from west to southwest, south of west. We measure from south to southwest, west of south. Here we measure from south to southeast, east of south. Here simply we measure from east to southeast, south of east. This is very most important directional diagram in vectors. చాలామంది లెక్చరర్స్కి కానీ చాలామంది స్టూడెంట్స్కి కానీ ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ మీద ఒక ఐడియా లేదు, ఉండదు కూడా. కాకపోతే వెక్టర్స్లో మ్యాక్సిమం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అన్నీ కూడా దీని మీదే డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంటాయి. దీన్ని మ్యాజికల్ డిరెక్షనల్ డయాగ్రామ్ అంటారు. జనరల్ మీరు బుక్స్లో చూసినా సరే ఇలా మ్యాజికల్ డైరెక్షనల్ డయాగ్రామ్ కనపడదు. బై గెటింగ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ we solve so many number of problems. Based on that problems we conclude one explanation about directions. Here first of all we know already the four directions are there: east, west, north, south. Simply northeast, southwest, northwest, southeast. These already we know, but in which direction you mention the angle, that name as we don't know. Therefore that name gives by this diagram. Here we measure the angle from east to northeast like this, east to northeast, north of east. We measure the angle from north to northwest, east of north. Similarly this is a monomodal directional diagram, right? Yeah, the one more thing is how to represent a vector. A line segment with arrow is called a vector. Let us represent with a bar or k bar or c bar or b bar. For suppose one more like this, b bar, c bar, like this. If any line segment with arrow, that is nothing but a vector. Here what is meant by unit vector? What is meant by unit vector? Simply the magnitude of the vector is unity or one unit. The magnitude of the vector is unity. Unity means one unit, is nothing but a unit vector. Generally the unit vector is represents with r bar, simply like r cap also. Cap is nothing but bar. Here r bar is a unit vector. The magnitude of r bar is one unit, then the vector is said to be unit vector. Let us consider three-dimensional coordinate system. The vector which along the x-axis is I cap, the vector which along the y-axis is j cap, the vector which along the z-axis is k cap. The r bar represents in the manner like x into I cap plus y into j cap plus z into k cap. Here x, y, z are the magnitudes. I cap, j cap, k cap are the directions. This is the representation of vector. The x is the length of the vector on the x-axis. Y means the length of the vector of the y-axis. Z means the length of the vector on the z-axis. Here I cap represents x I cap the length of the vector x along x axis. Y into j cap means the length of the vector y along j axis, like y axis. Zk means the length of the vector z along z axis. Therefore, this is the general representation of the vector r bar equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Generally, we want to mention the vector like this manner, right? Here, according to the definition, the vectors has the properties like which has magnitude, second one is direction, third one is associates law of vector addition, like the following three laws are there. Here unit vector is there na, the vector r bar equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. The directions also there, I cap, j cap, k cap are the directions. We want to calculate the magnitude of given vector. R bar modulus, the magnitude is represents with r bar modulus equal to square root of I coefficient whole square plus j coefficient whole square plus k coefficient whole square. Therefore, that is the magnitude of the given vector. This is represents in direction, this is represents in magnitude. That's why this is a vector. Here, one more important point, a unit vector which along r bar is given by a unit vector which is along r bar is given by represents with r cap equal to r bar by r bar modulus. We know r bar already there, that is x into I cap plus y into j cap plus z into k cap. By r bar modulus already there, that is nothing but x square plus y square plus z square. This is the unit vector which along very most important thing, the unit vector which along r bar is given by, or the one more question asked on this one, the unit vector which is parallel to r bar is given by. Along r bar or parallel, both are the similar terms. That's why the r cap equal to r bar by r bar modulus. Here r bar is already there, xi cap plus yk, yj cap plus zk cap, and r bar modulus already we know, that is the magnitude of the given vector, square root of x square plus y square plus z square. The one more thing is position vector. Position vector. Yeah, what is meant by position vector? The position of the particle represents in the vector form with respect to origin in the ordinary coordinate system is called the position vector. Once I repeat the definition, the position of the particle represents in the vector form in ordinary coordinate system with respect to origin is called position vector. Here, let us consider three-dimensional coordinate system like this. This is x axis, this is y axis, this is z axis. The vector which along the x axis is already we know, that is orthogonal vector already there, I cap. The vector which along the y axis is j cap. The vector which along the z axis is k cap. The intersecting point of coordinate axis is origin O. Let us consider a point P here. The point is nothing but x comma y comma z. We draw the one line here with arrow. This is OP bar. Here OP bar is a vector which represents the position. Therefore, this particle x distance from the x axis, y distance from the x-axis, x distance from the y-axis, like similarly for z-axis also. That OP bar can be written as xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. This is the representation of position vector in 3-dimensional coordinate system. This is the representation of the position of the particle with respect to origin in the vector form is called position vector. Here I cap, j cap, k cap are on the coordinate system are represents in the coordinate axis respectively. The vector, the position vector of the given particle with respect to origin is given by OP bar equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Therefore, this is the representation of position vector. By using this vector, we mentioned the position of the particle, where the position of the particle in the coordinate system, right? Yeah. One more. Simply, yeah, rectangular. One more topic, rectangular components. Rectangular components or resolution of a vector. Resolution of a vector. This is a very most important topic which plays the main role. Please listen carefully, students. This is very most important. Please listen. Let us consider coordinate system. This is the origin O, this is x-axis, the vector which lies along the x-axis is I cap, this is positive y-axis, the vector which lies along the y-axis is j cap. Simply, let us consider point A here. We draw the one line with the arrow. The line segment with the arrow represents the vector. It will be made an angle some theta with the x-axis. The two similar concepts are there. The first concept is theta with the x-axis. The second concept is theta with y-axis. The first concept is theta with the x-axis. We draw the perpendiculars onto the coordinate axis. The length of the vector on the x-axis is ax. Similarly, the length of the vector on the y-axis is ay. How to mention the vector a bar? A bar equal to length, the magnitude ax, the direction is I cap. It is nothing but ax into I cap. The magnitude is ay along y-axis, ay into j cap. Therefore, this is the representation of the vector a, which is locates in that one. Simply, from this diagram, what is the magnitude of this vector? Simply, the magnitude of this vector is represents as square root of coefficient of I whole square like ax square, coefficient of j whole square like ay square. This is the magnitude of the vector. That is the magnitude of the vector. And a bar equal to ax into I cap plus ay into j cap is the representation of vector. Simply, in the given triangle like this is the point B, the right angle here at point B. First you take the, what is the value of sin theta here? Sin theta equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. What is the opposite side? That is ay. Ay is the length of this part, and here vector a bar is there na, a is the length of this vector, opposite side by hypotenuse is the a. Simply ay equal to a sin theta. Here a means ay equal to a means a bar modulus. a bar modulus sin theta. It can be written as a sin theta. If bar is not there, that is the magnitude. If the bar is there, that is the vector, right? Understood? Yeah. Similarly, we take the cos theta. Cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is ax by a. Simply ax is equal to a cos theta. It can be written as a means bar is not there, na? That is the magnitude. Simply ax equal to a bar modulus cos theta. These are the resolved components. The ay which is along the y axis, that is the vertical component. Vertical component. Here ax is equal to a bar cos theta. Simply ax along the x axis, that is horizontal component. Horizontal component. Horizontal component. But vertical component equal to ay sin theta, horizontal component equal to ax cos theta. When the vector made an angle theta with the x axis, for suppose the theta will change, the components will change. Yeah, similarly, let us consider the same coordinate system. This is x axis we know, this is y axis we know, this is the intersecting point O origin. Here it is A, the angle measured like this, this is the theta. Simply we draw the perpendicular here, that is B, the perpendicular at B. The length of the vector on the x axis is ax, similarly, which is opposite. The length of the vector on the y axis is ay. Simply, the vector which lies along the x axis is I cap, the vector which lies along the y axis is j cap. How to rotate vector? We know a bar equal to ax into I cap and ay into j cap. Simply, the magnitude also will not change. Therefore, a bar modulus equal to square root of ax square plus ay square. Here, the horizontal vertical components will change when theta will change. Here, theta with x axis, the horizontal component is a cos theta, the vertical component is a sin theta. Here, theta with y axis, what will happen? Here it is the right angle, the point C is there, sin theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is the ax, hypotenuse is the a, this length is a. Simply ax equal to a sin theta. Here ax which is along the x axis like horizontal, this is a horizontal component, that is horizontal component. Similarly, we take the cos theta, that is ay by a, adjacent side by hypotenuse. Simply ay equal to a cos theta. Here ay is along y axis, that is vertical. Here vertical component. Students, listen carefully. It is a very most important topic. For suppose if the angle made by the vector with x axis and angle made by the vector with y axis, both diagrams are similarly we mentioned on the board, but in the both the cases representation of vector is same, a bar equal to ax into I cap, ay into j cap. It is two-dimensional manner. For suppose three-dimensional manner is there, az into k cap is there. Here what is the magnitude here? Already we know the magnitude of the vector square root of ax square plus ay square. Here and here both the magnitude and representation of vectors are same, but how to mention the horizontal and vertical components? They are different in the angle made by the vector with different axis. Here angle made by the vector with x axis, angle made by the vector with x axis, horizontal component is a cos theta, vertical component is a sin theta. angle made by the vector with y axis, horizontal component is a sin theta, vertical component is a cos theta. This is the very very most important thing here we observe clearly. Okay, yeah, simply an example, the vector a bar equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap, then find magnitude. Here we know this is the vector a bar equal to in the manner like ax into I cap plus ay into j cap plus az into k cap. Here the value of ax equal to 2, the value of ay equal to 3, the value of az equal to 4. How to calculate the magnitude of the given vector? Root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. Already we know all the three values, 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. Simply root over 4 plus 9 plus 16, it is root 29. Root 29 is the numeric, magnitude is nothing but a numeric. This is the method to calculate the magnitude of the given vector. This is today's topic. Tomorrow we will discuss the another topic like resolution in 3 dimension and objective problems. Thank you so much.